Hi everyone, welcome to the Dr. Jason Show. I'm your host, Dr. Jason, and we're here in my home studio with a live studio audience. Very excited. We have a wonderful guest for you. We have Ariana Pierce, a millennial entrepreneur, also CEO of Superstar Nail Lacquer, which is a vegan nail polish line. And we're going to have a wonderful interview here with some questions about healthy living for entrepreneurs. And this is going to be major because as an entrepreneur, I myself want to learn what experts in the area, as far as multi-millionaire experts, do to stay healthy when they're so busy. So welcome to the show, Ari.
Thank you so much for having me on today. I'm excited.
It's an honor to have you on. I know we've done several interviews before,
sure.
But I'm just so happy to have you here because we have some wonderful questions. We've got an audience who have questions for you as well.
Perfect.
And you guys out there in Facebook land, please ask your questions, and even when the episode's over, continue asking questions because we'll answer them. So, let's just start off. First of all, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm energized.
You're always,
because of you.
You're always energized.
Yeah.
You're always energized. And one of the things I want to also throw out there is that she is just she's a mastermind when it comes to business. She coaches me to how to have a healthy lifestyle, even as a physician, because I'm so busy. And the tips that she's going to give today are just going to be amazing. You're going to be able to implement them in your life. So everyone wants to know. I want to know, including, what do you do personally to actually stay healthy and fit all the time? Because you're always full of energy.
Yeah. Well, the main thing, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not the runner. I'm not the person that's at home just, hitting the gym every single day. Because as an entrepreneur, I'm working all day long.
Right.
And so that's what a lot of people in the audience may be feeling right now. Like, I'm working all day long. How do I stay energized? Well, I try to get at least some walking in every single day. And it seems really easy, but it's great for your energy, especially when you go outside.
Yeah.
Because the sun is just amazing. I mean, it just brightens your day. It gives you so much energy. So, and then on the weekends, I go to places like Disney or Universal, where it's fun, but I'm still able to get my exercise in every single weekend. But I'm distracted, by the beauty of Disney and different things like that. But I'm still able to stay really healthy because of that.
Well, that's awesome, because going to Disney and places like that, that's got to act like a major motivation factor. It's almost like a way or a time to, step away for a second and celebrate whatever your weekly accomplishment is.
Exactly.
So that's huge. How important is it for entrepreneurs to be healthy? Because, there are a lot of unhealthy entrepreneurs. We hear about people having issues, especially in the hospital with even heart attack, people dying young, people not living out their destiny. And as an entrepreneur, you're trying to provide a service to benefit the world, but you're trying to provide a lifelong service so people can, enjoy the benefits of your of all your doings throughout their entire life. So, I mean, how important is that? I mean, should entrepreneurs really focus on that, or should they just stay, crunching, pushing, creating all the time, and not really worrying about health?
No, I think it's very important as an entrepreneur that you stay healthy. And the reason why is because when you're healthy, you're able to be productive.
Okay.
And so lots of times sickness can be a distraction from your business.
Right.
And a lot of people don't think of it that way, but just think of it. When you're sick, it's hard for you to make calls or to, get up and go to a business meeting, or you have to cancel on people, or maybe you're not able to ship out your products because you're sick. And so really it's a distraction to your business. So it's important that you stay energized, you stay healthy, and you can do that by eating healthy foods, making sure that you take your vitamins every single day, staying positive, because as entrepreneurs, a lot of times it may not even be some type of virus or, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know all the terms that come your way, but a lot of times you get sick because of just stress. Sometimes it can be a huge
factor.
And sometimes you're having so much success in your business that you can get sick. Where you're like, oh my gosh, so many orders are coming, and things are coming your way, and you're getting sick.
And I know as a physician, when you get in that type of regimen, and you're feeling really stressed out, your immune system goes down.
Exactly.
And like you said, it's easier to get colds, flus, that sort of thing. I'm just wondering, for the entrepreneur who just is focused on being efficient and producing, and maybe doesn't even want to hear that. Are there some simple things that he or she can do just to make their life better, that become more healthy?
Yeah. I would say first make a plan, because everything starts with a plan. I know that's the entrepreneur, way of thinking, entrepreneur way of thinking, but
that's good.
it's all about
Right.
planning and writing down and journalizing and say, hey, I'm going to be healthy, or this is what I'm going to do this week to stay on track. Because a lot of times we get off focus because we just don't have a plan.
Right.
You know, have you ever started a diet just out of nowhere? Well, I don't know about you, but
Right.
me. But I've started diets out of just nowhere, and then you end up breaking them because you have no plan for them.
Okay.
So really everything in your life as an entrepreneur and being healthy starts with making that plan.
Yeah, that's really huge. You know, you know, can I ask you, what time do you get up in the morning? Is that, you know, is that important, getting up, having a routine in the morning?
Yeah, I think it's more so about just having a routine more than what time you get up, because, again, business owners, sometimes I'm staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning.
So what I'm hearing is it's more important to have a routine, not so much about what time you get up.
Exactly. So it's more so about being productive and getting up and saying, hey, I'm going to, you know, meditate. I'm going to say whatever it is you need to say, your affirmations. I'm going to write my goals for the day, stay focused. So I think it's more about having a routine that you put in place, so that way you can always stay productive with your day.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm wondering is, how do you stay motivated as an entrepreneur to make sure that you do exercise, and motivated to make sure that you do eat right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, how do you, I mean, what motivates you to do that personally?
My I guess motivation comes from setting a goal.
Okay.
And that's me. I know I'm very goal. Just everything has to do with goals and writing things down. And so at the beginning of the year, I always say, okay, what is your goal for your health this year? And I make sure to include that. And that's how I stay on track, because when you don't have a goal or a plan, like I said earlier, it's easy for you to get off focus, very easy.
Right.
And so when you don't have something that you can aim for, say, hey, I got to stay on track so that way I can lose this amount of weight, or that I can get to this goal, or I can look like this or do this, then you'll just say, whatever, I'll just start next Monday. It's always Monday. I'll start next Monday. I'll start next Monday. But if you have that goal, you're able to stay on focus. Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful. That's really powerful. One of the things that I'm really big on, and I've learned this from you over the years, is really about being grateful.
Yeah,
and
so
you know, gratefulness can take people a long way. I think what I found in my medical practice, that the people who don't practice gratefulness, sometimes they have a higher rate of depression. They have a higher rate of, you know, being unproductive, or just kind of seeing their life and their world, you know, as not going well. They kind of have that half glass empty approach.
Right, exactly.
How important is being grateful when it comes to your business, but also how important is being grateful as far as your health?
Yeah. Well, gratefulness is so important because it works on your spirit. And so if your spirit is happy and you're happy on the inside, then you can produce more and you can be happy, you know, healthy.
Wow.
And so that's why it's so important that every day you say at least something that you're grateful for,
Right.
or focus on gratitude. Because really, when you're depressed, you can get sick.
Right,
when
that's
you
true.
feel bad about yourself, you can get sick. Your
Right.
immune system starts to go down. I know that personally. If I'm, you know, just having a bad week, you can get sick. You can catch things easier, you know, and different things like that. So I would say gratefulness is probably the number one thing that you can do to stay healthy and keep your immune system up and really just produce in your business overall.
So something that has nothing to do with diet, something that has nothing to do with exercise, but just an attitude can make you feel healthier.
Exactly. And the thing is, we've been talking tonight about exercising and, you know, fixing your back and the way you eat and your salads. And so you have to exercise your mind too.
That's
so,
powerful.
you know, people want to focus only on the body, which is great, but you have to exercise your mind as well.
I love that. And I think, you know, being grateful is another way to also stay motivated.
Exactly.
Because if you're thankful about your successes, grateful for where you're at in life, you know, you're going to take a healthier approach. You're going to want to live longer instead of, you know, cutting life short. You're going to want to do things such as exercise and eat right so that you can live longer, produce more.
Because they all go together.
Because
everything you talked about tonight goes together.
Yep.
Including your spirit, your health.
Well said.
Exactly. Everything goes together.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Now, you know, another question that I have for you that I know a lot of people want to know is that, you know, just the art of, you know, getting alone and practicing solitude, where you can just get quiet, think, meditate, do your affirmations. How powerful is that to feel your life?
Yeah. I mean, your affirmations are super powerful. And again, that's going more so towards your mind and your body and your spirit. I don't know if there's, I'm sure there are facts, you know, again, I'm not a doctor, but the thing is when you do those things, your affirmations, when you get quiet, you can meditate, you feel better about yourself. And when you feel better, you produce more and you're able to accomplish more in your business. And that goes along with your health as well.
I love it because I see far too often in my practice people who are so busy, they never get time to actually be alone. And I'm a big advocate that you have to make your time to get alone. You have to make time for solitude. You have to make time to get away so that you can think. I think your body heals better when you get when you're able to think, when you're able to get away, when you're able to take a deep breath. But I think far too often people actually don't get away. They don't actually, you know, they don't journalize. I know you're huge when it comes to journalizing. They don't take the time to actually, you know, get clarity in their life. Right. And I feel like when you have clarity, then you can have, there's a better chance of being grateful. And when you're grateful, you have a better chance to be less stressful. And when you're less stressful, now you can think clearly about, you know, making sure that you get your plan together so you can exercise and so you can eat right. And I'm really huge on that. In fact, I talk about that in my new book, Energy to Go. And it's something that I want you guys to download because, you know, again, I really am all about the entire person. You know, your spirit, your soul, your body, making sure that you're eating great foods, making sure that you're exercising, but at the same time making sure that you have a plan. And I learned that from you. I mean, making sure you have a plan because you're more productive when you have a plan.
And in your book, you give everyone a plan. That's what I love so much about all your books, from the one, you know, your previous book and then this one about energy on the go. It's all about giving the audience a plan of what they can do because lots of times the reason why you're not eating healthy is because you don't know how to eat healthy. That's true. You don't know how to do certain things. That's right. You know, so when you have the plan and you're giving it to them, you know, the blueprint is laid out right there. So it's awesome.
Perfect. I mean, that's so well said, and that's why, that's one of the reasons why I created the book, because I really feel like if people have a plan, if they know what to eat, what to do, when to eat, they'll do it. I want to open it up for the audience, if I may. You know, do any of you guys have any questions for our guest here? Anything? People are just quiet.
I have a question. What's a common routine for entrepreneurs, other than the things that you said, that really motivates you, just kind of gets your energy stirred up to continue working?
I would say besides the writing, affirmations, listening to certain music. I know classical music is really helpful and you're into music. That can boost your health and your immune system and make you feel a whole lot better. Again, I think reading is something that's really important too, and I don't know if I touched on that, but reading exercises your mind. And it helps you to really just think and stay sharp. I know a lot of I've looked at and I've read some studies about older individuals. I don't want to call them too old, but people who are more mature. They keep reading all their life and they're reading success-driven books and their mind, they're sharp. You know, they don't forget things and they're able to remember, and you say, oh my gosh, even though they're in their 90s, they're so sharp and they're, they feel so young, and that's because they're reading a lot.
Well, we know that, when you read more, you're more cognitively aware as you get older. So I know that's huge. And, a lot of times you can have less stress. You can reduce cortisol levels when you're reading. No, that's a good question. Thank you for that, Kara.
Thank you. And I had another question. What's your favorite snack for on the go?
Let's see. I would say apples.
Apples
are probably the ones that are already pre-cut.
Yeah, I love apples. I love them for the fiber. I love them for instantly carbohydrate. Along with that, I gotta share one of my favorite snacks: blueberries and almonds. I think that's my good. That's my super elite power snack. I tell everyone.
And dried mangoes.
I
love dried mangoes. They're amazing because you feel like you're having a dessert, but it's still a fruit, so it's not as bad,
Wow, and you can put it in yogurt. You can put it in smoothies. Take along a
cupcake with you.
You can put it in your cereal. Well, that's a good question. That's powerful. No, that's awesome. This has just been really a powerful time with you because you're so successful.
Thank you.
You have so much wisdom and tips that can go a long way, as far as longevity and health. I really appreciate you being on the show today. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Practicing time to get alone, practicing solitude, practicing gratefulness, being grateful for your life can make you a better entrepreneur, can cause you to be more motivated, can cause you to think clear so that you want to exercise, so that you want to eat right, and that's so important. My book talks about that. I want you to get the book. Go to jasonmd.com. I want you to get the book. I think it will help you in your life to eat better, think more positive, and just to have a healthier personal life, healthier family. It's so important. Listen, I want you guys to talk back to me today. I want you to go ahead and go to my Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Leave your questions there. I'll answer them. Go to my website, jasonmd.com, and I'm so happy to have you guys here today. It's been